So happening, lads, welcome back to Cop Logic. It's Jake here, and today I'm going to be doing another transfer update for you guys. It's with regards to Liverpool's centre-back search, and I'm going to be talking specifically about Levi Colwill. So if you didn't know, Levi Colwill is a 20-year-old English centre-back who plays for Chelsea, but he was on loan last season to Brighton, where he ended up getting 17 appearances, which equated to 1,218 minutes. And it looks like we're interested in him. Both Liverpool and Man City both shown interest in Levi, and it's clear to see why. He's English and under 22, so he counts as a homegrown spot for us. And he's left-footed as well, so he certainly fits that left-sided, left-footed defender profile that we've apparently been looking for. But there's also apparently rumours that he really wants to facilitate a move in order to get more game time. Now, he has got a contract with Chelsea until 2024, but they're adamant that they don't want to sell him and that they want him to extend. So much so that they turned down Brighton's record fee for him, which, bear in mind, is where he went on loan, of 40 million, almost immediately. I'd like to say it should be different when it comes to Liverpool money and Brighton money. We should be able to offer more. But at the same time, they pretty much consider him untouchable. And I can hear you saying now, oh, but Chelsea won't sell to a rival. They don't like to do that kind of stuff. It's just empowering them. But they absolutely would. They've just sold Mount to United. Now, obviously, he forced that move through and he made that decision himself. But then you also consider that they sold Havertz to Arsenal and Kovacic to City. So they're clearly not afraid of selling to rivals. The biggest stumbling block is that Chelsea want to keep him, but he also wants game time. He might get it with Chelsea, but I can definitely see him getting it with us. I think we'll probably shift to a back three with having Levi on the left side of our defence, being left-footed. And there'd be no worries with us throwing us in because he'd be with two senior players, but with Chelsea, there might be. David Lynch confirmed our interest and said that we'd be prepared to make a big move or a big offer for the player, but it looks like that Chelsea would want a record fee for him. This probably puts that fee in the range of 75 to 80 million pounds, which for a player who's 20 with only one season at the top flight under his belt is a bit dramatic. My honest opinion on this is I think we could get it done, but a few factors would have to come into play. Levi himself would probably have to indicate that he wants Liverpool specifically, which isn't completely out of the question because honestly, a young player playing for Jurgen Klopp isn't a bad opportunity. And there's clips of him showing that he might be a boyhood red. His favourite player was Steven Gerrard, as he openly admitted, and there's pictures of him in a Liverpool kit when he was younger, so it's not completely out of the question. But then he'd have to push Chelsea hard, enough to lower the value to at least 40 to 50, I think. Something a bit more reasonable, something a bit more realistic. At the moment, I don't really see this being a likely transfer for us because I can see Chelsea being a big stumbling block. As I say, we'd have to get Levi to push for us on the inside hard, and then even then, they'd have to reduce their expectations, knowing that they might get an offer for him next year. But at the same time, I can see him being happy if Chelsea did promise him game time. Thiago Silva's not getting any younger, and they've got a spot for him right there, and he's a good player. Especially because he's got some Premier League minutes already with Brighton, a team that got European football in the end. They could maybe offer him a new long-term contract with good wages and assurances that he'll get minutes. And I think if they did that, he'd be happy enough. Obviously, since then, as I said, we've cooled interest because we've got no assurances that he wants to join us. But that also could just be because he's at the under-21 Euros. It could be that once he's done with the final, some more news comes out about this, as it seems with a lot of Liverpool news at the moment. Things can change within like 24 hours. But as it stands, my honest opinion is this would be a bit of a hard deal to do. I'd absolutely love him at the club. I think he's a brilliant player from what I've seen of him, but I just think it's a bit unlikely. That said, he ticks all the boxes for us, and we're prepared to make a big move or a big offer, so we'll have to just watch this space and see what happens. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is he worth it? Is he worth it at 70 to 80 million? Is he worth it at 40 to 50 million? Or do you think we should go for one of our other transfer targets instead? Let me know. Whilst you're down there, if you also don't mind dropping a like, we massively appreciate that. It helps out loads. And if you want to stay up to date with all the latest transfer news, then make sure you subscribe with notifications on as well. We're doing our best to keep you updated as and when new information comes out, so make sure you do that. Well, for now, that's it, so thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. In a bit, lads.